Hi, welcome to the panel. My name is Greg Tanner. I'm here today with Dan Ahmed and Jim Files. These are the founders of Peak Financial Freedom Group, also the authors of the new book, Don't Bet the Farm. It's the key financial resource for retirees and soon-to-be retirees. We have a lot of information that we're going to go through today. So Dan and Jim, I know these next 30 minutes are going to be very important for our viewers to take note about what we're going to be talking about today. So tell me a little bit now what we're going to touch on throughout the show today.
Sure. Today we're going to try to make sure retirees and soon-to-be retirees get some of the information they need to start making the proper financial decisions. It's very tough out there today. The stock market's always volatile, interest rates are low, and people just don't know what to do. They're afraid, and retirees are especially afraid to start using their money. The key to today's show is to help people feel comfortable that they can start using their money.
You know, just there you mentioned people are afraid to use their money. You know, if you're retiring, we don't want to be scared, right? We're going to walk through these steps today on how we could help prevent viewers from being so scared from retirement. And between the two of you, you have so many years of experience. You're working together as a team, working together individually. 12 years together, the two of you. You've provided the information, the education, the advice to consumers on what to do with over $500 million of their assets. That's a ton of money. So my question to you is, why are you here, and what's the purpose of this? What are you getting out of this?
We get a tremendous amount of satisfaction when we can help someone who doesn't know what to do with their money make the right decisions. When we can help someone stop the volatility in their portfolio, when we can guarantee they're not going to have any more losses, and most importantly, when we can make sure they feel comfortable that their income is never going to run out for as long as they live, that gives us tremendous satisfaction because they have all the weight lifted off their shoulders for the first time in their lives for a long time.
Okay. So who is Peak Financial, and what exactly do you do?
Peak Financial specializes in providing financial services to retirees and soon-to-be retirees, people who have already accumulated a lot of money for retirement that need to make the best decision with those dollars. There's a lot of companies out there that will work with people helping them save money towards retirement, accumulating assets. Our firm specializes in helping people take the income out of their assets, so we call that income distribution planning.
Okay. And so many businesses, they pride themselves on the client, the customer, you know, comes first. How important is that to you?
It's what our company is built on. It's what we're based on. It's really what we shoot for on a daily basis. We want to make sure every single client gets what they want, what they need, because they're all different. Some clients need income currently. Some clients need income 5 years from now. Some clients want to make sure their assets never lose $1 principal. Some clients are really worried about their beneficiaries. We make sure we put a specific customized plan together for each single retiree so their goals are met.
Peak Financial Freedom Group, a name you can trust, helping you make the best decisions with your money. Hi, I am Jim Files, CEO of Peak Financial Freedom Group. We would like to introduce you to our company. We work with retirees and soon-to-be retirees to help them create a worry-free retirement. We do not know of any other firm anywhere doing exactly what we do to help retirees and soon-to-be retirees succeed financially.
Jim and Dan are just amazing. They're national speakers on these subjects. They've been around this industry for years. They are seasoned, skilled, trustworthy, highest integrity I know of no other place where you can find that.
We are authors. We are educators. We are retirement income experts. We are relationship-based. We are client-focused. We are Peak Financial Freedom Group.
I came by recommendation of my niece, Kathy. She kept telling me how our finances were just going down the drain. So I finally went there and I found out that the people that I had my things with for about 30 years, I was losing money. I had no guaranteed income, and I was having problems with losses. And now I know that with Peak, they've helped me. I have a good plan. I do have a better income. And I just thank them for what they've done for me.
We are a name you can trust. We help you make the best decisions with your money. Call us today and schedule your free consultation valued over $1,000, or visit our website to get your free e-workbook. Peak Financial Freedom Group, a name you can trust, helping you make the best decisions with your money.
You have the most incredible book that's available right now. It's called Don't Bet the Farm. Tell me who wrote it. The two of you combined your brains together and put this thing together. Tell me about the book, why you wrote it, who it's for.
Well, it was written very specifically for soon-to-be retired people and retired people because they get at a point in their life it's critical. They've been working all their lives, accumulating their assets, and they frankly don't know what to do with it, what to do with their assets. And many of them have financial planners and investment advisors, but they're schooled in a different direction. So our job is to look at their portfolio, look how they're invested, and make sure that money can last the rest of their lives, but at the same time the money has the ability to grow, but concurrently never have any losses, and that's what we do at our firm.
Okay, and Dan and Jim, tell me this, what's the number one problem facing retirees right now?
Simply, they're afraid of running out of money. In writing a book, we talked to over 1,000 soon-to-be retired people and retired people in our research. And whether people had a little money or a lot of money, they had the same exact concern. They were afraid of running out of money.
Okay, so based just on that, I mean, can people, our viewers, soon-to-be retirees, can they have the confidence that this money is going to last them their life?
Well, that depends, and it really depends on what they do with that money. It depends how much they plan, and it depends on making the right decisions. You look at the stock market, what's happened over the last 15 years. We've had tremendous volatility, and a lot of people still have lost money. You look at CD rates, they're down to historically low rates. Tough for any retiree to receive income that's going to provide them enough to live on. You look at the real estate market. It's very difficult to make decisions when you have all those markets doing things that are bad for the people. So it comes down to making the right decisions, making sure you protect your assets against volatility, do not suffer any new losses, and make sure, above all, if you're a retiree, soon to be retiree, you focus on creating guaranteed lifetime income that will never run out.
Okay, and it's very important to feel good about your financial security. Soon to be retirees, how good can they feel about their future and their finances?
Well, I think it goes back again to how much they plan. Right now, retirees are worried, they're scared. Some of them can't sleep at night. They have no idea what to do, what next step to take. So it comes down to really taking that first step to decide on planning. And if you start planning, you can make the right decisions.
And if I'm your client, how are you going to make certain that I am taken care of with my financial needs?
It comes down to 4 or 5 different things. First, we got to make sure you don't have any volatility and you have no principal loss. We have to create a stream of guaranteed lifetime income for you. We have to put that plan in writing, give you a document that will state exactly what you're doing, why you're doing it, when you're going to receive your income, and we have to make sure you understand that plan.
Okay, real quick, we have a question from Ann in Granite Bay. She wants to know, why haven't more retirees established income plans that are guaranteed to last for as long as they live?
Well, in retirement or through life, there's 2 stages of money, and people don't understand that clearly from their advisor. Stage 1 is what is called asset accumulation. So if I have an advisor as a client, I'm growing my money before I retire. It might be 20, 30, 40 years, and you use very specific strategies for that. But the portfolio, while it's growing, can have growth. It will have growth, hopefully. It will have losses at times. It will have volatility. That portfolio, you don't need income off it because you have a job. But when you retire, or about when you're ready to to retire, you have to convert that strategy into stage 2, and that's where we specialize in, and that is the income distribution stage. And when you're in income distribution, that means that that money has to be secure, it cannot be volatile, you can't have any losses, and that money at stage 2 has to be designed so it'll last you the rest of your life. And our job is that we specialize in phase 2, and often the clients aren't educated on that by their advisor.
Peak Financial Freedom Group, a name you can trust, helping you make the best decisions with your money. Hi, my name is Dan Ahmed, and I'm the president of Peak Financial Freedom Group. At the core of our company, we have one goal: to help you become more educated about your money. Making small mistakes with your money could result in you receiving less monthly income every year you're retired. Making big mistakes with your money could result in your money completely running out. Our job is to help you avoid making mistakes. Don't let another big drop in the stock market hurt your retirement. Tell your broker no to high annual fees. Create pension-like guaranteed lifetime income. Feel comfortable spending the money you save for retirement because you know it will never run out. Stop worrying and start living the retirement you dreamed about. We are Peak Financial Freedom Group. We are a name you can trust.
Oh my goodness. When I came to Peak Financial, my finances were in total chaos. I was losing money. paying hidden fees, which I was not aware of. I had no guaranteed income for the remainder of my life. Peak Financial has laid the plan out so that I can understand it. It's all written, no hidden fees, and just explained everything so that I could understand. I am just absolutely thrilled that I was introduced to Peak Financial.
Nothing makes us happier than to see the look of joy and relief on our clients' faces when they realize they will be financially secure for the rest of their lives. We help people just like you finally stop worrying about their money running out. How would you like to finally understand what you're doing? We would love to meet with you. We will provide you a free consultation for up to 2 hours and give you a free copy of our book and workbook, a value of over $1,000. You will never be pressured, and even if you have a broker or financial advisor and think everything is okay with your money, we will be happy to give you a second opinion. We are able to help 9 out of 10 people we meet with, and they're just like you. Call us today for your free 2-hour consultation or visit our website for your free e-workbook. Peak Financial Freedom Group, a name you can trust, helping you make the best decisions with your money.
Very good stuff. We have another question. This one comes from viewer Bob in Carmichael. If retirees suffer a portfolio loss, do they have enough time to make it back up? Okay, let's say 20%. Somebody suffers a 20% loss. How do they get that back? How long would it take them to either get it back or be back on top?
I'll give you an example. Let's say you had $100,000 and the market went down by 20%, so you lost 20% of your money. It's now down to $80,000. In order to get back to $100,000, you actually have to have a 25% gain on that. So it's difficult.
Okay. That's with a medium market correction. Mm-hmm. Now, if we had a major market correction, let's talk about somebody losing maybe 50% in their portfolio. Same question, how much do they need to earn back to get even and maybe even above that 50%?
Well, that's a good question. If you go back to 2000 through 2002, the market dropped almost 50%. We all remember in 08, the market dropped by 40% and the real estate market dropped by 50%. With those people, if you have $100,000, same example, you lose half of your money, which is 50%, your value goes down to $50,000. In order to get back to $100,000, you have to have a 100% rate of return on the $50,000, which takes years and years and years to try to recover.
Okay, and like so many of our viewers, we've all heard, put your money in the stock market. Put it in the stock market. No better place than the stock market. I've heard that all my life. So for the long haul, for retirees, do you agree with that, going to the stock market?
Well, for retirees, the stock market is not their best friend. There's a lot of volatility. If you look at what's happened since 1999 all the way through 2013, for example, tremendous amount of volatility. 2000, 2001 and 2, like Jim talked about, stock market almost dropped 50%. In 2008, stock market almost dropped 38%, almost 40%. If you're a retiree and you suffer that kind of loss, it's almost impossible to make those losses back up. It's even more impossible to take income off of those accounts when you have those big of losses. So the stock market is not truly the retiree's friend. We have to get out of volatility, we have to get into safety, and we have to make sure there's no more losses on these accounts.
Okay. When you explain this to people, be it on the phone or in person, do they tend to be very confused by all of this knowledge coming at them? Is that typical?
They are confused when we meet them for the first time because they don't understand money. It is very complicated. But we try to make it very, very simple. And there are thousands of investment opportunities, but there's really only 3 places you can actually put your money. And we call those buckets. So bucket number 1 is what we call your liquidity bucket. And that's low risk, but it's low return. And that's money like you would have in the bank, for example, or a CD. On the other end of the spectrum is bucket number 3, and bucket number 3 is for growth assets. And when people come to us for the first time, they have a lot of money sitting there where their advisor has put their money, and that's typically in stocks, in bonds, real estate, mutual funds, etc. And that has a growth opportunity, but at the same time you can lose principal, as we all know, when the markets go down. What we introduce them to is a third bucket, and that is called the guaranteed lifetime income bucket. And for the money that goes into that bucket, that money is designed to last you the rest of your life. Now, regardless of how long either spouse lives, it'll last them the rest of their lives. At the same time, the money in that bucket, the client does have an opportunity to participate in a portion of the market gain, but they never will lose principal due to market losses or volatility. And that is the key. So our job is to restructure the client's portfolio, introduce them that there is another bucket out there that allows them this level of safety. Peak Financial Freedom Group, a name you can trust, helping you make the best decisions with your money. Hi, I am Jim Files, CEO of Peak Financial Freedom Group. There are certain things you just must do to have the best possible chance for retirement success. You must stop future losses and volatility. You must increase your income. You must receive contractual guarantees you will never run out of money. You must understand and reduce the fees you are paying your advisor, and you must get your plan in writing. It's your money, it's your plan, it's your future, it's your life. Peak Financial Freedom Group, a name you can trust.
I mean, everything really worked out awesome. I think it's like 20-something years ago, we walked into Dan's office and we sat down, and the first thing I said to him, I said, you know, I want you to think of us as your mother and father. And in about 20, 25 years from now, we're going to be retired, and we want to know that we'll be financially successful and that we can take care of ourselves. And to tell you today, all that has happened. So he did a heck of a job, and but we realized early that we need someone to do it because we weren't the experts. And we're very, very fortunate to have met him because he's a great guy, great family man.
We are dedicated to the financial success of every one of our clients. We would love to help you. If you are a retiree or planning to retire and have assets you want to protect, grow, and maximize your income from, we will provide you a free consultation up to 2 hours and give you a free copy of our book and workbook, a value of over $1,000. Call us today or visit our website and get your free e-workbook. Peak Financial Freedom Group, a name you can trust, helping you make the best decisions with your money.
It's all starting to come even clearer to me now because it is confusing. You know, friends of mine tell me they think their brokers are doing a great job. My friends are very happy with their brokers doing a good job. Should they be happy?
They have to put it in perspective, Tanner. If you look over the last 6 years, the market's up at 128%. And we often ask a client, how much of that gain did your broker actually get for you? And we look at their statements, the clients have gotten a fraction of that gain. At the same time, in 2008, the market was down 38.5%. Again, we ask a client, you know, how much of that loss did you assume during that period of time? And we ask them, was your advisor helpful in eliminating those losses? And the answer to that question is typically no. So the client ends up incurring the losses during bad times, but during good times, like we've seen since 2009, it's been the biggest bull run in the last 30, 40, 50, 60 years. It's been easy for people to make money, but people have short memories.
Okay. In your book, Don't Bet the Farm, you introduce consumers to what you call the indexing concept. So could you explain that, please?
Sure. The indexing concept is great for retirees and soon-to-be retirees because typically people, once they are approaching retirement or in retirement, they want to make sure they do not suffer any losses when the market goes down, and they like to participate, make money when the market goes up. So they never want to lose any money, but they like to make money, right? That's typically what retirees like. So the indexing concept allows them to position their assets in a portfolio, an asset that will allow them to make a portion of the market gains when the market goes up, but when the market goes down, they don't have to suffer any of the negative consequences. So for example, if you look at 1999, the market went up almost 20%. So if someone had an indexing concept, they get a portion of that 20%. But then in 2000, 2001, 2002, the market went down big, almost 50%. If you can imagine a retiree not suffering one loss, losing 0% over that time period, how would they feel? They'd finally feel safe. And that's what the indexing concept does. It allows a retiree or soon-to-be retiree to know for sure that they will not lose principal when the market goes down.
Right. And earlier, you had both touched on people are so afraid they're going to run out of money when they retire. That's a big question. And that's exactly what George in Citrus Heights wants to know. How can I be sure that when I retire, I will not run out of money? What would your answer be?
The key would be to first make sure you do not have volatility. The second is to make sure you don't have losses, because if you have volatility losses, no one can guarantee you're going to not run out of money, that your money will last forever. So you have to eliminate those two things. Then you have to set up what is called a guaranteed lifetime income stream. For example, let's say George is 50 and he has $500,000 in his 401k and he's retiring. If he placed that money in the S&P 500 and got the S&P returns for 15 years between 1999 and 2013, George would then have about $751,000 at the end of 15 years. That's without paying fees. If George paid fees, he'd only have $551,000. Can you imagine your $500,000 only going up $51,000 over a 15-year time period? Instead, George could have went and obtained a contractual guarantee that his assets would have grown from $500,000 to almost $1.2 million for income purposes, not for lump sum. You can't take it out in a lump sum, but retirees don't need lump sum. They need guaranteed income. That $1.2 million then could have guaranteed George almost $60,000 a year, every year for as long as he lived, from age 65, even if he lived to 120.
That's a great answer. That's a really good answer.
Peak Financial Freedom Group, a name you can trust, helping you make the best decisions with your money. Hi, my name is Dan Ahmed. I'm president of Peak Financial Freedom Group. If you are a retiree or soon to be retiree, you cannot afford to make any mistakes with your money. Unfortunately, time is not on your side, but Peak Financial Freedom Group is. How much do you really understand about your money? If you're like 99% of Americans, probably not very much. So this is your financial wake-up call. In 2000, 2001, and 2002, the S&P 500 index went down by almost 50%, and in 2008, it went down by almost 40%. How much did you lose? Why did you lose so much? Didn't you have an advisor? If the market takes another big drop, have you been told exactly how much risk you're taking and how much you could lose? From 2009 through 2014, the S&P 500 index increased by almost 128%. How much did you make? How could you lose so much and then not make enough? Do you realize if you're like a lot of people, you could be paying total annual fees on your assets of 2%, 3%, 4%, or even 5% and higher? Do you know for sure, you are 100% confident that your assets are really protected against losses, and you know for sure your income will never run out for as long as you live? Are you afraid you will run out of money during your lifetime? Do you have a written step-by-step financial planning roadmap so you can stop worrying about your money? Do you feel like you understand your money, what you're doing and why you're doing it? It's time to wake up about your money. It's time to take control of your finances. It's time to safeguard your future. It's time to live your retirement dreams. It's time to join the thousands of people just like you we have helped create a stress-free and strong retirement plan. We're Peak Financial Freedom Group, a name you can trust, helping you make the best decisions with your money.
Is to work just with people that are retired. And for our point of view, you couldn't get a better person to work with than Dan, because he will tell you exactly what you need. He'll put you in the proper products, and all of it, you don't pay any money up front. So when he set us up, that was perfect. And then he put us into kind of plan where now at this point, we're able to turn on an income stream, and for the rest of our lives, as long as either one of us is alive, we're going to get a guaranteed income, which is amazing. I mean, we talked to our friends about it, and they said, no.
There's something wrong that you must have misunderstood. We've heard that multiple times.
Yeah, it's like,
no, we didn't misunderstand.
It's too good to be true. And I said, yeah, it is. But the fact is, it's true.
Peak Financial Freedom Group will help you feel the same way. We are dedicated to your success. If you're worried about your assets, or you'd like to create income that's guaranteed to last for as long as you live, we will meet with you for a free consultation. We'll meet for up to 2 hours and discuss anything that's necessary to put you on the right track for financial security. We also will give you a copy of our book and our workbook. That's a value of over $1,000. Please call us at our office or visit our website for your free e-workbook. As an option, if you prefer, we will provide you a free retirement income planning financial health checkup. We'll do this over the phone. It will take about 15 or 20 minutes, and it's a value of $295. We look forward to helping you. We're Peak Financial Freedom Group, a name you can trust. We're here to help you make the best decisions with your money.
Jim in Rockland wants to know, can a retiree establish a plan today and immediately start receiving guaranteed income?
Definitely. We work with clients on a daily basis that come into us. They've had volatility, they've had losses, they don't want to incur volatility or losses anymore, and more importantly, they want to get income, and they want income now. All their other brokers or financial advisors have told them, you're going to be able to get income once the market comes back, or once you've received all your losses back, or at some point in the future. We tell them they can get income immediately. We can set up a plan, for example, for a 60-year-old. They come in our office today, they roll over $1 million from their IRA. We can get them their first check of $50,000 within 30 days. And that $50,000 doesn't just come once. It comes every year for as long as they live.
And the indexing concept, it's kind of like an insurance plan for your portfolio.
It really is, and often when we have a client in, we'll pose that question. We'll say, do you have a home now? Yes, we do. Do you have homeowners insurance? Of course we do. Why? Because if I have a fire in my home, I want it rebuilt. I said, what if you could do this, use the same type of concept for your portfolio? What if we could basically underwrite your portfolio such that you would never have any market losses, but you could participate in the gain? So it works very similar.
How do people keep track of all of this information? This is a lot to take in.
The key is to make sure you have a written plan. When we ask consumers, retirees, soon to be retirees, when they come into our office, do you have a written plan? They say they don't. And we ask them, well, how do you make decisions? How do you know how to invest your money? How do you know how much income you're going to receive? How do you know how much tax you're going to pay if it's not in writing? They said, no one's ever given us a written plan. We didn't know we could get one. So we tell them about our process, which is a 4-step process. We call it a comprehensive written retirement income plan. The first step is to make sure you have a retirement income projection. And that income projection simply shows you how much income you should expect every year you live for as long as you live through retirement. And it should show you each asset source you're going to get, each income source each year, when that income starts, stops, increases, and decreases, so you know exactly what to expect with your income. It's the only way a retiree can feel comfortable. You should know how much tax you're going to pay with the tax analysis. You should know how much you're going to be able to leave your beneficiaries with the beneficiary analysis. And it should also be documented in plain English, plain writing, step by step by step, everything you're doing, why you're doing it, how you're doing it, the benefits you're going to receive if you do these things, the advantages and the disadvantages. It has to be in writing.
Okay. Here's a great question. This is from Fair Oaks. This is from a guy named Jerry. What would I expect the process to look like to set up a plan?
That's a really good question. We have a 3-appointment cycle. The first time a client meets with us is the introduction meeting. The second time the client meets with us is a plan presentation meeting, and that could be plural. That could be meetings. And the third appointment is a plan implementation. Again, that could be multiple meetings. We don't rush a client, and we will meet with the client a minimum of 3 times, but often it's 5, 6, 7, 8 times because money is complicated. We want the client to know exactly what they're doing, why they're doing it, and how this process and these concepts that we're talking about today really work for them.
And how could our viewers get access to all of this information?
Real simple. Call us at 916-791-7063. And our website is www.peakfin.com.
All right. Jim, Dan, thank you both so much for your time.
Thank you. And we want to tell the audience, be safe with their money. That's all they have.
For your free consultation, call Peak Financial Freedom Group. Here's the phone number. It's 916-791-7063. Or if you'd like your free PeakFin workbook, you can go online and check that out at peakfin.com.